What's for dinner, Puff Mama? Chili? Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Munch Gang.
Gang.
Gang, gang.
Gang.
This is the new year, the first episode of 2023. We survived another year. We made it through Christmas. We made it through New Year's. I hope you guys had a great, fantastic holiday. Especially because we got somebody famous in the building. Somebody famous, if you don't know. Let me introduce the man. This man is, you thought Coy was a local ripper, local legend. This man is a local legend. And
The
local legend. The OG of all OGs. Not calling you old, but you are OG.
No, I'm old. I'm old.
Yeah. Also, a business owner. Yeah, he got his own shop now, which is great news. Anyways, his name is Mr. Ray Lee.
Thanks for having me, man. All right.
Congratulations. Welcome to the Munch Gang podcast, man. How do you feel?
I feel good.
You like the vibes in the room?
Yeah, I feel even older being
Older?
in here. I'm like, wow, technology.
Technology. I know, it's crazy. It's a lot to keep track of, that's for sure.
I appreciate the kind words, but I'm amongst local legends.
You're amongst? I can't think of anybody more of a legend than you, honestly.
there's not one.
Yeah, there's not one. You are.
There's plenty. They're out there.
Second legend of all time next to Hunter 9.
Oh, right behind. Right behind. What is your real name? Is it Ray Lee or is it Ray LeCompte? Is that
Ray Del Fonte?
Del Fonte? Is that like Italian or something?
No, it's Raymond Lee.
Oh, Raymond Lee?
Yeah.
Just that, huh?
Yeah.
I guess you can't get any whiter than that.
It's pretty white.
Other than the Lee part, of course. But yeah, we got Ray Lee right here in the building. And we also have our co-host today, Hunter Gibson Spade.
Skirt.
You know him from the episode of White Boy versus Spicy Ramen.
Just recovering from that still.
It's been 3 months. I don't know how he does it, but he
Had
did
to go
it.
to the hospital, get my stomach pumped. No, just kidding.
That's how I felt when I ate that chip. That chip was crazy. Blew my mind.
Isn't it just super powdery?
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't end.
That thing was coated to the brim. Anyways, let's introduce the people to who you are. Who are you, Ray? You are a local skater. You are owner of Concrete Lodge. Actually, let's start with how long have you been skating?
I've been trying to track that down. I don't really know. It's been at least 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
Do you remember what age you were? Maybe 11, younger?
I remember the first time I got on a board, it was an old Vision Psycho stick, and I was probably 4 or 5.
Oh, that's really young.
And that was just like butt boarding, you know?
Yeah.
I remember cruising down hills and stuff.
Was it a Christmas complete?
Oh, no, it was a neighbor's board.
Oh, the neighbor. Yeah,
for sure.
Same with me. I grew up, the homie across the street from me, he got like a Christmas complete, and he started skating. I was like, yo, it was a World Industries. So you remember 4 years old, and then from there, what was the part that made you like really, really start skating? Was it like, did you play like the Tony Hawk games or?
That was quite a bit later. My cousin lived in Cottonwood, and I used to go visit them quite a bit. So he had a board. I don't remember what it was, but of course, being inspired by him, you know, big cousin, got me into it.
Cottonwood is such a weird place because you don't have very many skate spots over there, right?
No, he lived on like 20 acres of dirt.
What?
Yeah, there's nothing out there. Dirt roads on their property. He had these like makeshift ramps built out of, I don't even know what it was, like pallets and just junk.
Just whatever was laying around kind of thing.
Yeah, and
In the driveway, you guys are skating?
No, it was like off. They had a bunch of trailers parked out there, and he just like built this ghetto ass setup. And I remember being super little and looking at it, and he'd like climb up and try to skate it like a half pipe, and I was just like, "Holy cow! I want to do this." And I remember like being back home and riding the school bus, like the most like pivotal moment of where I was like, "This is what I gotta do." This guy had a brand new street board, just the deck on the school bus, and he was probably in like, I don't know, like 6th grade or something, He was this big kid to me, and it was I'll never forget the graphic. I don't know what board company made it, but it's a sperm whale and a giant squid
Fighting each other?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was just blown away by it. And I remembered skateboards from my cousin and the neighbor's board. And I remember just sitting there on the school bus, just staring at that thing and going like, I need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he used to rip the Reading skate park for quite some time. And I just remember growing a little bit older and watching him. And he used to just speed fly over the pyramid, like short ways, like no pop.
Oh,
just
yeah. Got the whole thing?
Yeah. Not the long way, but like the short way.
Yeah, the short way.
And I was like, dude, he's sick. Yeah. So that was kind of the moment. Nothing too crazy, just seeing the skateboard.
Yeah.
I was like, I need that. But
how do they do it? How do they get off the ground with that thing? How do they roll around without tripping on themselves? And
yeah, just wiling out.
wheels.
Speaking about first boards, I got my first skateboard complete at Johnny Rads skate shop when I was 13, 2006.
2000
on my birthday. And
it was a Gons board, wasn't it?
no, it was a Dark Star complete.
Oh,
it was
Dark Star.
all green trucks, green board.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy cow.
And Ray Lee was spray painted on the side of the building.
Yeah, that's crazy. Let's talk about
Little
that.
did I know, I didn't know anybody, but
Yeah, so the old Johnny Rads had four skaters painted on to the whole building, basically the whole front side, and you were one of those skaters, I remember, and
yeah.
you had the famous gold tooth on
The gold tooth.
the gold tooth, yeah.
I need to get it back.
You-
It's gone right now.
It's gone?
I took it out for the interview.
Oh yeah.
had to sell it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Took it to the pawn shop or something.
Dude. Yeah, it was really, really crazy to have that done.
That's a crazy time. How did it? So I know you were sponsored by Johnny Rads, but how did they like bring it up to you? Like, hey, I think it'd be a cool idea to paint you and the rest of the team on the wall.
Dude,
Was it Eric Haskell or Eric's dad?
No, that would have been Haskell, and there's a guy named Ches and a really good friend, old time skater, Matt Frost, who were doing crazy graffiti in the back, super good art, and they had painted up all those properties. I mean, it was like free range for them to go work back there, and they were so good that I think they pitched it to Eric, because I'm not sure if I don't even know if Eric was super stoked on it, to be honest with you.
What?
I don't know.
I think everybody else was pretty stoked. I
Just
bet
like
you
driving by that and like seeing that, you don't even know who those people are, but you're like, oh, that's good artwork. And
Yeah.
it was there for what, 20 something years probably?
were. I don't know.
Man, I don't know. Yeah.
A long time. But
I know the shop was around for 25 years.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Who was it? You? Was Toshi?
Yeah. Who was the four faces on the wall?
It was 3, so it
was only 3?
Yeah, it was me. I was on the left. Poom was in the middle, and then Toshi was on the right.
And Toshi. Oh.
Yeah. That was a crazy surprise too, because Matt Frost, who's like another big inspiration of mine, he used to babysit me. Our mothers worked together, and Matt got stuck with babysitting me, so he'd just be like, all right, come outside. And I was already a little bit older and knew about skateboarding, but I'd watch him, and he would just be doing like nollie backside flips and all this crazy stuff in the street. And later down the road at Johnny's one day, he's just like, hey, make a crazy face. I got a camera. And I'm like, all right. And I was just, and he snapped that photo, and I had no idea what he was doing.
Wow.
That was the one.
And that was the one.
And then one day,
Rads, skateboard shop.
Yeah. It's like,
Johnny Rads skateboard shop 1103 East.
Johnny Rads skateboard.
But yeah, that was nuts. And
So you just pulled up one day to Johnny Rad, and you're like, dude, that's half my face right there.
dude,
Or was it just the whole thing one day?
no, I pulled up and it was like, you know, the way that he does it, it went in like two or three stages. So I saw it in the second stage where it was, he started with, I think like Jeff Raleigh was on top of me, kind of like over here above my head.
Oh, interesting.
And he was doing like a switch hard flip or something. So he started with that, and then he started working off of my head and going down, and that's when I saw it, and I was just like, this is crazy.
Were you stoked on it, or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, almost even today I look at it and it's, I don't know, it's kind of, it's so sick, but
It's surreal.
it's so weird.
No, I think they
no.
just painted it
Yeah,
a
they
few years ago.
It's super awkward, you know, like a lot
Yeah.
of people are like, hey, that's you, and it's like, yeah, I'm like, that's crazy. And I got like the most humor out of it was when I remember somebody like spray painted Norte on the shoulder, and I was like, sick, you know, like this is fun. And then somebody put like a booger hanging out of my nose, and then they blacked my tooth out, which is like super appropriate, and I'm like,
Wow.
I thought it was funny. And you know, the homie rolls in, Davey Dye rolls in and spray paints it gold, and I'm like, have fun with it.
That's
you know?
the move, yeah.
So
What about that? It's like sewage quarter pipe thing in the back. Did you guys build that, or?
yeah, that's old school.
It's like kind of still there, but just ruined. But
Yeah, so I think his name's Kenji. He's maybe I shouldn't even say his name. It's kind of gnarly, but Kenji owned the owned the sushi bar right there, and so he owns all those properties. And we had put concrete up to that sewage pipe a long time ago. I think it was there even before my time, and we would always kind of like fix it up a little bit, and then I ended up renting out those bungalow shacks next door. There's like two little shacks right next to the shop. I rented that one, so I used to fix it up at night. I remember him getting super pissed, backing up and shoveling all the wet concrete off of it into the back of his truck and just driving off with it. And I was just like,
damn,
all right,
Okay.
bro. Like,
Yeah.
didn't say a word, just drove away.
Wow.
he didn't tell you not to like build it or do it.
I don't know if, honestly, I don't know if, yeah, he didn't say a word. I mean, he was just, didn't even look at us, just went about his business.
Yeah.
And we'd heard rumors that Kenji was like, I don't know, like a crazy sensei.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're just like, hey.
Sounds like a crazy.
Crazy.
Wasn't that
sensei.
like a kung fu shop or whatever you call it, right there? Or?
No, it's a sushi place. It's called Sakura Sushi, I think. Right?
So, yeah.
The one in the back. It wasn't like a MMA or kung fu.
Oh, I don't remember what that
Building.
was.
Dude, it was a bunch of different things. There was like hair salons and I think
Okay.
like
Now-
a sign store. And man, I don't know.
Dude, I tried finding pictures of the mural of your guys' faces. I've looked online. I've looked on Facebook on the Johnny Rads page. It's non-existent. Do you still have pictures of that thing?
Yeah, totally.
You gotta have.
It's definitely in the video
Oh, it's got to be in the
on
video,
YouTube, and then the video they made on the
Oh,
DVD.
Dude, I got it out in my truck.
They got the DVD. I think it's the cover of the DVD.
Yeah,
right?
I've got that DVD out in my truck. It's in my laptop case thing. But I got pictures of it, and I think my mom's got a picture of it. You know,
I'm glad you do.
She's
You
super
gotta
hyped.
you gotta send me a picture so I can show the people, the fellow
Yeah.
bunch gangers,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
famous Golden Tooth, famous Ray Lee on the mural, Ray Lee, Poom,
Yeah.
and Toshi.
Yeah, check out Poom and Toshi's, dude. Theirs are so sick. Matt Frost did mine, and Ches did Toshi and Poom. So they're like a little different,
Yeah.
but yeah, theirs are dope, man. I really like Poom's. It's just so sick.
Yeah. He's gangster.
Yeah, he's the best.
It was cool seeing, like, for me as a young kid, seeing other Asian skaters. Like, it almost blew my mind. I'm like, what? There's other Asian skaters? Because there wasn't really any pro Asian skaters other than, like, maybe Daewon Song. And I don't know if he was even popular when I was young at that time. Maybe he was.
Yeah.
Cheese and crackers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely was.
But especially locally, you're like, man, that could be me. Yeah. Shout out Toshi. Toshi's killing it. I see him every now and then.
Yeah, I miss skating with him, man, a lot. Toshi's a savage.
Has he come through like the new concrete?
He has, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was super sick to see him, and he's planning on coming back to skate. So
There you go.
super hyped.
Nice. Hey, you know what? We are the Munch Gang, and you know what we do around here. We munch. We munch. I brought you something special, Ray. You don't know what it is. Hopefully you like it, actually. Actually, are you allergic to anything?
I'm allergic to one thing, but I bet you don't got it.
Meth?
Well, I am allergic to cats, by the way. I forgot.
Oh, you are?
Sure.
Oh, man. I got 7 of those. Anyways, I brought us a delicious treat. I just ordered it from one of the local places here. Local places. I think
Shout out Koi Se Chow in the back, the producer.
Yeah, Koi Se Chow is a producer. But this is, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Niu's?
Why are you looking at me?
Niu's Hawaiian Barbecue. Right by
yeah.
Safeway. And here's some
Starbucks.
napkins. Perfect.
Safeway.
This is what we call here Spam Masubi. Let me pull this out.
Spam?
What?
You ever had Spam Masubi before?
Yes,
Dude. Let me
That's exactly what he's
Grab
allergic
one.
to.
Dude,
With sriracha and soy sauce, which is fire.
look at this.
That shit thick.
Spam Masubi. This is I haven't had one of these until recently, like maybe a year ago.
I'm all over it.
Yeah, look at this. Especially not being the greatest fan of sushi at a time and now loving sushi.
It's like an alternative.
This is like an alternative to sushi because it's basically just rice, spam meat, and then teriyaki sauce wrapped into a seaweed paper. Do you want one, Hunter? Do you like seaweed?
You
I don't know.
A lot of people aren't fans of seaweed
It's just there for the texture, honestly.
because it's really fishy.
If you go to the Hawaiian Islands, man, you'll
Okay.
find this at like every gas station.
Mm-hmm.
So bomb.
The only sushi I've ever had is California rolls.
Dude, that's not even sushi.
Kabamaki.
Maybe a little bit. I just ate.
These are so good. I was like, yo, this would be perfect. Something quick, something you just hold and eat. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this.
Tastes the seaweed that much.
I love your podcast, man.
Hit the spot. Dude, this is all I do. Munch
Bro.
gang.
Post meal sesh. Did you rate the answer?
Dude, it's super mellow, dude. Like I was expecting. I was like
crazy?
throwing it out there. I'm like, dude, I got an ulcer. Don't kill me.
Yeah, right comes in.
But
He's
then
like,
I'm like, sour, omaboshi plums.
yeah.
Something weird.
We got something spicy in the fridge if you want something spicy. You risk it all.
He said, I want to sleep.
No, this is mellow. This is literally. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Just rice and little meat.
I'm
No,
on the
like, crazy
probiotics
speed.
kick, dude. I'm like trying to get that gut health back, so I'm
Yeah.
laying off all the spicy food.
There's a lot of carbs right here, a lot of rice. Anyways, your local legend, Ray Lee. It's crazy. I bet most of you young kids don't even know the talent he had. Look him up on YouTube, Ray Lee, Redding, California, pros.
Yeah.
Hella old. Hella long time ago.
Yeah. I was just taking care of the shop, Concrete Lodge. Speaking of Concrete Lodge, maybe you guys don't know, they moved the locations. They used to be over at North Market. Now they're on South Market, the same street, but on the other end of Reading. And they're doing a indoor skate park kind of thing. And it's perfect right now because it's that rainy season. It's you can't skate outside unless you're skating under a parking garage or something. And all you need to do is pay $5 to get in.
Yeah.
$5. You get a sesh. You get a sesh with some of the sponsored skaters there. If you don't know, Koi Se Chow is on the team. And if you pull up to the shop, maybe you get a chance to see him. Maybe you get his signature or something.
If
Yeah,
you're lucky.
dude.
Yeah, if you're lucky, you know.
Just sit back and watch, dude. Clay's been killing killing it.
Yeah, and get out of his way.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Who else is on the team, actually? We got Koi.
Yeah,
Robbie.
You got Robbie.
Oh, yeah.
Yaya.
Robbie.
Yaya's the, yeah.
Yeah,
Yaya's the man. Jay's on. I haven't seen Jay in a while.
Little
I'm trying to
Jay.
get him back in there. And that's it right now.
Yeah. Solid team.
Yeah.
Killing it. Lil J is killing it. I remember,
He has the steez.
yeah, he has
Once
these.
he grows older and gets like his leg power, it's over.
It's done, dude. He's been better than anybody.
Yeah, once his legs grow in, dude, I was surprised.
Seen that tray flip before. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he had a tray flip. He tray flipped the 4 at the skate park, and then he, like, front shoved it, and then he board slid it all within, like, probably 20 minutes or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
It's cool to see these young cats just thriving.
Dude, his attitude is so killer too. Like just his drive, and the first time I'd seen him like cruising and he was super little, and then he would like walk up and just be like, how am I doing this? Am I doing this right? You know, and
Yeah.
asking all the right questions and just super pumped. And I remember seeing it then, and when he came in too, just like hooking him up, it made perfect sense because the amount of progression in such a short period of time blows my mind.
It is, yeah.
Was he like 12 or?
How old is
I don't even know how old he is.
Yeah.
He's
He's
just
little.
a little guy
Yeah.
with a mean front shove. I mean, jeez.
No.
Speaking about get out of somebody's way when they're skating, about 12 years ago, Frankie cut you off
Yeah.
at Caldwell. I don't know if you remember it,
It was traumatic for Frankie.
but it was traumatic and it was funny for us. And you left. He cut you off and you just fucking left. You just
No, it was the opposite, actually. I left.
no, you didn't leave.
I left. I said, I
No.
gotta go.
He cuts Ray off, snakes him like a little scooter kid, and then Ray just, that's it. It just dips. Doesn't say shit.
I forget what you're doing. You're going pretty fast, too. You're either...
Get out of this man's way. Everyone knows it. We all knew it. You know, if he's skating, you ain't skating. Like, that's what it is.
Caught me at a bad time back then.
And then
Life was hectic, man. I don't know when it was, but I don't remember it.
it
but-
was a long time ago.
Man.
We were probably like 16
Yeah, we're young.
and 15, 16. Yeah. And
That's
he
rough.
just snaked the shit out of you, maybe even twice, and then you just left. You don't remember that?
I don't
That's
remember.
good.
I
That's
don't
good.
remember it at all, man. I'm
We were
sorry.
worried you remembered it.
Yeah. Now he remembers. Thanks for reminding me. Hey, so this is probably the trick that you were trying at the time, actually. And let me pull this up right now.
Yeah,
You're
we
going.
got to talk about this part right now.
You're going Mach 20. This is a crazy clip. What'd you do here? What did I pull?
Lip? Yep.
Gap
Sticky.
lip on the Reading.
This doesn't make any sense still.
So what were you thinking? You gap 50'd it and gap lipped it. You just sent it. You didn't even care. You just
So
because that's really far.
That's crazy.
That's not
Get to the part, you know.
easy.
So the gap lip had already been done before. I hadn't seen him do it to Fakey, but there's a guy named it was the Paez brothers. So back in the day, Consolidated Skateboards was huge to me. It was one of the first skate videos I saw outside of like old PAL videos, public domain and all that stuff. So I think it was it had to have been Jesse, or it could have been Jason or Jesse. Gap to lipped it back to reg.
You're telling me there's more pros back in the day that I never heard of?
Just, man, so many, and they were all at the Reading Park back in the day too.
Wow.
I mean,
See, this is what he's saying. He's one-upping pro skaters. That's how much of a legend he is.
no.
Like that's what's going on.
You know what's crazy is I went straight to Fakey like right off the rip. I
Fakey's
was like,
sicker.
It's way
Yeah.
easier because then I was like, I gotta try it out to reg. Way harder.
Oh, really?
Super
You
sketchy.
go to Fakey, you got that momentum.
Because you gap.
Yeah, you're already one movement, you know, and with
Yeah.
that gap to lip, you're already like. Fuck.
But then you have to gap out over like the tranny on the bottom, or you did at least.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean it's kind of by default because I mean the
How
one
fast
thing,
you gotta go.
Yeah, the one thing I guess I do. I go slow now because I'm old and I'm scared. But back then it was like,
Full send.
don't go slow enough to sack.
Oh,
You know, if you fuck this up, make sure you're going fast
would
enough that
die.
you're gonna fly past everything.
Yeah.
You know, that was always ingrained in me from somebody probably told me that, and I always stuck with it.
Send or be sent, I guess. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see what else I saved on here. What is this trick?
that's the back 180.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
And then he
That is-
disappears.
That is crazy.
That was is that the 50?
07.
I have no idea. I to be honest with you, I'm so fried out with dates and Reading skate. Like it's such a huge part of my life and so many years there, man.
You ran from one side of the skate park to the other.
From the street.
Yeah, from the street.
Yeah, it was definitely from the road. To do the back 180, I had to run from the road for sure.
That's crazy.
The lip slide and like that one, I was able to just run kind of around the corner and pump hard enough.
Oh. That is a scary trick.
You don't
That was
realize
super scary.
The video does not do that justice.
No. Especially because that quarter pipe.
I've never
is-
even board slid it like just out of the bank, like regular. Like that's tall, but you gotta launch all the way to it, and then dude.
So I don't know if I told you, I probably told you guys this story, but super young, I was probably still pushing Mongo at the time. Chris Cole was at the skate park.
Oh, whew.
I didn't know who he was, but I remember what he was wearing, and he was still like East Coast, like fresh kit, like jersey, baggy
Yeah.
pants.
Mm-hmm.
Just cruising around. I don't really know what he's doing because I'm not too keen on all the tricks and stuff yet, but I'm like, wow, this guy's really good. He kickflipped from there, kickflip back T, and just like kicked it out. You know how like big spin out, super casual, just kicked it out, let it go. The whole just perfect, and didn't try it again.
Especially being
Crazy, dude.
Shout out Chris Cole, my favorite skater.
Yeah.
yeah, especially being not a native of the skate park, hitting a random hip that you're not comfortable with for the first time and doing a kickflip back tail on just the gnarliest quarter pipe ever.
Yeah.
That is crazy to have that in your bag of tricks.
Yeah, crazy.
That must have been his prime though, Chris Cole,
Sounds
like back then.
days, like Ride the Sky.
Fallen,
before-
No,
his
wait,
prime.
yeah, way, but it was like early Circa day, Circa?
circa, yeah.
Yeah. Early days of that, of like, I remember footage of him doing like nose slide and ollie heel flips out in like Philly on like rails and stuff. I don't know if you see this old footage of him. He used to wear like a yellow camo tank
I know
top.
you're talking about
Like those days. Yeah.
baggy ass pants, and
Spiked
yellow
hair,
camo,
like-
yeah.
Yeah. Insane though.
That is amazing. Well, hey, so speaking of you taking over Concrete Lodge or being the face of Concrete Lodge, really, what are your plans? What are your plans with the skate shop there? You got anything going on?
Yeah, hold on, I'm munching.
Yeah, Munch Gang.
I got one question about the video. What's up with the song? It's like legendary at this point, but you know, it's just kind of random music, like Jarma or whatever it says. Like, what does it even say?
Oh, dude, it's Frank Zappa. My friend made that video and put that to it, and Charva.
Charva.
Yeah, it's a pretty rad song. Like I had never heard it before, and still this day I don't listen to Frank Zappa that much. It's a little too gnarly for me, but it's pretty sick.
Because like the video is just as iconic with the song because it's just like weird music that no one's ever heard, or I have never heard. But
Yeah. Well, shout out Tony Carrasco for that. That Tony Carrasco edited that, and he's
shout out.
He's an old time Reading skater, good friend of mine. He works at a skate shop distribution in Oregon now. I can't remember the name of the shop, or I'd shout that out. But Tony Carrasco's the man,
Shout out to you.
dude.
Shout out
Frontside
to
nose
you.
blunt, stale fish pull-ins. Tony was gnarly, super gnarly.
Stony Owens.
Stony Owens.
Stony Owens, dude.
Shout out.
That's what I
OJ
call him.
Tony Lope.
Yeah. Yeah, Tony's dude. I mean, you gotta get Tony Owens on here.
Nollie hard flips. Nollie hard flip master.
Dude, he.
Did hitters
Baby Jake in the building.
Did hitters steal nollie hard flip from Tony? Who did it first?
Oh, Tony.
Oh, Tony for days, huh?
Oh yeah.
Tony is doing nollie hard flip back tails or whatever.
Yeah. I'll call them hitters. Hitters
only.
might say something different, but no, it's Tony, man.
But make up his own story.
Tony was a switch nollie freaking hard flip master, dude.
Wow.
I
Or what were you saying, Frankie? My bad.
Yeah, with the shop, you're the face of the shop. Just opened up the indoor park, and you're basically slowly building the inside of it, creating like ledges, quarter pipes, banks, rails, just adding things slowly to it so people can skate indoors, which is amazing. Do you have any future plans ahead of what's going on right now? I know you guys are trying to have like maybe concerts or shows there as well during the nighttime, maybe after the sesh or something.
Yeah, totally. And who I got to shout out is basically all the local skateboarders, all the real local legends today. That all that stuff was donated. I mean, the rest of it was just like trash that I'd been picking up and turned into something. It's like by the people for the people. I mean, the skaters came in and they're just like, look at this, like, here, I got this. And it all came together. And basically what I do is I just get there in the morning and I start moving stuff around and, fixing stuff, putting screws in this and that. And it's turned into like,
It's coming together.
dude, for me, I think it's the sickest thing ever. It's just dusty, it's grimy, it's ghetto, it's street inspired, it's skateboarding at its best,
skateboarding, yeah.
It really is, and I love it. But big plans for the park in particular. I've got that all planned out with what I'm going to do. So it'll be half pipes and big full, vert wall right up the wall and pyramid and some banks and quarter pipes and some other stuff. But I've had a donation jug floating around for a while, and people have been so awesome, dude. I mean, they've donated tons of money to it, and every day people are still dropping change in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump it out here sometime soon, and I'm going to match whatever the donation was and start getting materials and
let it slowly evolve into something crazy. Put some like stairs in there or something, maybe.
I've thought about it. Yeah, to build
Like a little stage, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a gnarly stage to build, and then I was thinking, if you did like a 5-6 stair with a rail, Euro gap going up.
Yeah,
And
Euro
then
gap.
Combo.
Yeah, having like a short, like 2-foot quarter pipe on the top of that stage to get you back.
Hit the quarter, come back, hit the stairs.
Yeah, it'd be sick. I know that'd be quite the project, but
Yeah.
we'll see. I mean,
Yeah.
start with I know people want the half pipe super bad. They're like, if anything, like we can roll on a mini ramp. I'd like to get that going because that would be pretty easy right off the bat to bang that out, and then work kind of around the space. But for the future of the shop, man, I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff in the works. Things are always changing, but we've got it was a big announcement to move and do what we're doing now, but I hate to keep people on their toes and keep surprising them, but and more big announcements to come for sure.
More big announcements to come.
Yeah.
Like, follow Concrete Lodge if you want to keep up on those updates
And clips.
and clips. Watch Coy skate.
Dude, so many clips.
So you
Just banging them out, dude. I
you
mean,
post every day, like a whole montage every day almost.
dude, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's weird to edit
Make
on
use of the
Instagram,
words.
but it's rad. I mean, all day long it's just fucking boom, 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 boom.
Coy just throwing in those hammers every day.
Yeah.
Can't keep up.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean,
Everybody.
Domain expansion.
Yeah. Anyways, I think let's take a break real quick. We'll be right
Technical
back.
difficulties.
Yeah.
You got ops up.
Welcome.
Johnny Rads! Something like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's start over.
Yo, we are back. We took a little intermission. We did our thing, but we are back, and you know what? I have a surprise for you guys, for you listeners, and anybody out there. Me and Ray we want halvesies on a skateboard. This is a Element skateboard, and it is a Star Wars design. If you can see
Darth
that.
Vader.
Darth
Shout out.
Vader, man.
Vader.
Welcome to the dark side.
Welcome. 8.5. 8.5. What we're going to do is we're going to do a little raffle. Not a raffle. I don't know why I called it a raffle. But
A giveaway.
a giveaway, yeah. And I'm going to post this clip or maybe just a photo of the board on the Munch Gang Instagram and maybe and collab with Concrete Lodge on there.
Look out for that.
Look out for that coming soon. Actually, I might post it before this video. We'll see. But yeah, all you're gonna have to do is like the post, follow Concrete Lodge and Munch Gang, and share it if you can, and you will be entered into the raffle. That's all you gotta do. 3 little that'll take you 10 seconds to do, and you can win this 8.5 Element.
That's a wall hanger.
That's right.
You can hang it on your wall. You can
Can't
skate it if you really need to. It's a beautiful board. I would hang it just like those.
It's a free board.
Maybe you could start your own collection, actually. Get the rest of them. And we also have some OJ wheels that we're also going to throw into the little giveaway. I'll give you some more details later. We're probably going to do something on Instagram. I'm not too sure, but I'm just kind of winging it right now. But free wheels. All you got to do is follow both of our pages and share. 10 seconds. That's it. All right, guys. Let's get back to the show. Live.
We're live, man.
Is anybody on?
Live, baby.
Let me know if somebody gets on.
I'm gonna type in asking them questions.
Can you do that?
You can just talk.
Asking all them questions.
Just-
But you can put like a caption though.
Well, if you talk, they're just going to miss it if they're not online.
True.
Asking questions.
Is Ray Lee like one word? How does that work?
You have a middle name?
Are you related to Ray Lee's grocery store?
I'll leave my middle name out of it.
Yeah.
I'll leave it out.
He doesn't have a
Fakes
middle
in the
name.
Chat?
Man.
Who is?
T Fakes. We got
T Fakes.
Shout out T Fakes. That's my son.
Hey, T-Fakes.
T-Fakes.
We got Yayo. Speed recovery.
Shout out Yaya.
Yeah, John.
Shit's broke off.
It was so good. So good to see you today,
We're still at
man.
the shop though.
He's still
Hold it down.
supporting. That's a real one.
Holding it down. We're gonna have to hand him the camera soon, you know, because I'm like old trying to like film all your guys' shit. And
Yeah.
he's hanging out. He can help out.
Maybe tapping the clips.
I got a question for you. For being an OG skater, how did you feel about skateboarding getting into the Olympics? Were you a fan? Were you against it?
That's actually a good question.
Or did you not know?
Or did you
No,
did you just now find out?
Yeah, I watched it, man. I'm into it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It doesn't bother you at all. I know some hardcore skaters like, no, it should be like a independent thing. Don't let all these businesses
Underground.
Yeah, underground.
I got a
Don't let
question,
these
though.
businesses
T-Fakes.
take control of
Skateboarding sold out to the mall forever ago. You know, it was always gonna go someplace bigger. And for skateboarding to be in the Olympics, and honestly to have like skateboarders promoted and shown as such talented athletes, humans, you know, it's awesome. Yeah, and more power to them, because if that's what they want to do and they're stoked on it, none of our
Should
business,
we go
right?
live with T Fakes?
It's great, right?
Killing it.
If he wants to join.
I got a question, Ray.
T Fakes said, how many tries for Ray's
shit.
Gap lip slide at Caldwell?
How many
how
tries?
Oh, like
Oh,
the
Gap
first
Lid?
one ever?
Yeah.
What do you mean first?
First,
Alright, T Fakes.
You did it a couple times?
once he did it once,
Yeah, dude.
he did it every day. It wasn't nothing.
No, yeah, it was an everyday occurrence for sure.
Oh my god. I was joking.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, T Fakes didn't want to go live.
It's actually, I don't know. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but it's pretty easy once you get the first one done. I don't know.
So maybe let's say the first day you're attempting it, was it more than 10 tries, 20 tries?
5 tries.
You probably did in like 10 tries.
It's kind of a
yeah.
trick.
I think it was relatively fast, to be honest with you. And
Under 10.
forgive me to people listening to this, like when it comes to clips like that old, dude, I was so
It's hard to remember.
Dude,
That's
I
a
was
long
so
time ago.
stoned all the time back then, dude. Like, I mean, it was all a
So the
blur,
fuck?
dude.
You're like, I just sent it. I don't remember. Especially with a trick like that difficult, you don't want to kick out too many times. And if you do kick out, you might like,
There's no kicking out.
yeah, you might like sack it or
There,
something.
yeah, there was never
You
any
can't kick
kicking out. But I gotta ask you guys, like, do you ever just black out when you land something? Like you just remember rolling away
I did
Yeah,
one
a
time.
couple
One
times.
time.
one time?
Not
When I
me.
board slid a 12-inch sack, I never hit a rail that big in my life.
Yeah.
Hollywood 12, not just
No, the one in
the
Sac.
Oh.
Yeah.
The green one?
The one in
Into-
Hollywood
into-
12,
into
I
the-
didn't black out, but
into
just,
the school, like
Yeah.
runs.
it's
into
like
the
a
wall.
green rail into
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or some factors.
I actually did black out. I never felt that before until that moment.
'Cause your body's
That's
so
kinda-
built up.
And it's weird. It's not even that
Especially your body's so big,
crazy,
you just wanna, like, land it.
but just for me, I never hit something that big, so I
And, like,
just,
rolling away and you're
Yeah.
just like, damn,
it's weird.
really weird.
It's so sick how when it comes down to it's this muscle memory at that point of like where you snag these clips from that part. A ton of those. Like I don't remember landing it. I just remember
Yeah, it looks
rolling
like
away
one-
from a lot of those things.
How long did you film that for? Just a couple months, or was it just
I think that was just a compilation of years and years of skating, I would say, because I watched
or was
the
it
whole
like
thing.
That one's
All right, we got another question
What's the question?
from Preston. He says, "Are there any spots in Reading that aren't here anymore you miss?"
oh
Ooh.
man, we've talked about this for sure. So many.
Low
Shout out
Sledge.
Preston.
Just driving over to your house, dude, I was like, rest in peace to all these spots. Tile City used to be right down the street.
Tile
Tile
City.
City.
It's like a storage unit facility now, and the loading dock is still there for the
Holiday?
semis to back up, but it used to be a bump down it's probably like a 7-foot drop, and there's
It's like storage, that storage thing.
BM storage, HM
Okay,
storage,
yeah.
and it was
Oh, bump to drop?
Dude, it was a bump to flat bar, but the round flat bar went out like 90 feet and like went down.
So it's like, damn, that's crazy. I've never seen that.
So that's gone. I never grinded it, but it's like the dream, So it's a bummer to see that go away. I will always say the original downtown mall in Reading.
They were talking about that
There's
yesterday,
ledges
huh?
We were
everywhere.
talking, yeah. Perfect angle iron ledges with a tree in the middle, the most glass.
But it's
Concrete. It's all indoors. Everything's like amber. It's
Yeah.
like glowing, and there's flat gaps with water fountains running through them.
Yeah.
I remember those.
I never
Sick.
skated it, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So ledge to the flat gaps, huh? For days.
Yeah, it was just unbelievable. And I mean, we all sucked at the time. We could like do. There was one security guard, and he'd be either in the middle or on one side, and we'd plan it out to just do one straight shot and go as fast as you could, and see if you could grind all the benches and hit a water gap on the way. And when they started tearing the roof off and to rebuild it, we actually got a bunch of sessions in on it at night because they kept it lit up. But a lot of the good benches were already gone.
Wow. Did you ever skate CV14? You hit that rail yet?
I think it's beast.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man! I got footage. I was just looking at home of my old homie Ross Cabazoo. I don't know if you guys remember Ross.
No.
No.
Dude, Ross was so gnarly. I got footage of him lip sliding it, and
Damn.
a couple other guys used to hit it. I didn't hit that rail. I wasn't into it.
It was very wobbly, wasn't it? I remember somebody hitting it, and it was like super wobbly.
It's
It
tall.
probably is. Yeah,
And the
it's-
ground sucks.
It's
The
hectic.
ground's like Caldwell and then it's sackable.
Yeah.
There's that big double set on the other side that you could like kind of
Yeah.
leap of
Tyler,
faith
Tyler
over.
ollied it, huh?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
video was
Tyler.
that? I seen that back in the
A
day.
couple people ollied it.
It's like a 8
Shout out
flat
to
8 or
Tyler.
a 7 flat 7.
Jeez.
Koi, you want to go fakey it? Fakey ollie?
Fakey ollie?
front 180 it, dude.
He could front 180 that.
Yeah, it's
I haven't been there in days, but
it's
It's big.
It's big, but you could do it.
And it's sketchy. You're talking about the one with like the fire hydrant and those posts sticking up on the side. That is a death machine.
Yeah.
From an 80 Switch 50.
But yeah, the fact that Tyler ollied that is crazy. Shout out Tyler Yarnell. He's
Shout out.
he's an
Legend.
OG skater too.
Absolutely.
Tyler Yarnell, Jack and Thompson. You were before their time, correct?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the generation after.
So when
Yeah.
when you saw them coming up, how did that make you feel? Was it like pumping you up, or were you getting intimidated? You're like, man, these people about to show me up, because they were
No.
really good.
No, I don't think so. I mean, a lot of people think I'm an asshole just my face alone. Like, my demeanor seems kind of gnarly.
When you're skating, you're really focused.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I was
that's
like,
what it
I
is.
was thinking about that too. Like,
That's
I
how I be too,
snaked you
though.
and you left and you were so mad, and I'm like, oh man, dude. Like, I was probably stoked I was going home.
Well, you didn't talk shit. You just was like, fuck
I'm
this,
out.
I'm out.
I gotta go.
For both of them, I thought it was so sick because I remember the first time I saw Jack skate, he was like big, like a little overweight, big old shirt and a helmet, like I think it was a red helmet, and he was over by 7-Eleven downtown skating in the gutter. Like in the fucking gutter. I'm like, what is going on? Like, who is this kid? And I saw him a couple times, and then watching him progress, so stoked. Tyler, same story.
Tyler's still beast.
Tray flipping over handrails first try.
Yeah,
He's got pop.
Super pop.
yeah, I definitely was stoked on them and really encouraged them to get in with Eric at Johnny's, and promote them to get sponsored through Johnny Rads.
Oh, so you're kind of a little helping hand right there
For
him?
sure, wanted them on. And
How'd you
they kill it,
feel?
man?
How'd you feel when people started doing switch?
Switch?
He's not that old.
Yeah, no, I'm not that old, man.
Switch and Ollie were already freaking.
Just
How'd you
kidding.
feel when they
But we've
invented,
all been there.
wheels?
You're like, oh, there's Switch. You figure it out.
Were you a big fan of switch? I guess you did switch.
He does fakey.
Heels.
Fakey.
Yeah,
switchy.
dude. Oh no, I mean, I couldn't even. If you would have seen me like growing up skating, it would have been ridiculous. I pushed Mongo until
As fast as possible.
yeah, dude, like just skirting. But I pushed Mongo for days and days and days, and fakie was the key. I loved it, but I love switch too, man. I mean, I never had a good switch flip, never had a good switch back 180. But I had a mean switch heel flip back in the day. I wish I could still do it, but
Yeah. You know what else?
ain't
You had
there anymore.
a mean double heel. I'll tell you what.
yeah, dude, the rockets, man.
3 block.
Three double heel,
Yeah.
three
Double
block.
heel 3 block before anyone even heel flip it probably.
and NBD.
That footage is crazy to watch, dude. Pretty fresh gear, and
Swag.
I love
Yeah.
those footages because you had like the most Jewish fro I've ever seen.
yeah, dude.
Shout out Jews.
Shout them out, baby.
Just
Yeah, I actually tried to switch double heel flip it too. I think I got pretty close, which
Switch?
was even funnier. Imagine that back
It's
to
even
back.
funny.
Switch
That'd be
double
dope.
heel.
Yeah, it's
That'd be dope.
ridiculous.
3 block's been a pretty iconic spot then for a while. That's
The
crazy.
spot's been around almost two generations before me. It's
Wow.
been skated.
Sick.
Did you guys skate the rail back then too?
It had a kink on it
Ruski said-
till
Yeah, it had-
recently, like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it had the kink
If
on
that's
it.
recent.
We got another question.
Nasser replied. He said, "Did race still come?"
Where you at, Sue?
Oh, come on, Sue. Sue was supposed to be
I
here.
finesse Sue's spot.
Local legend, dude. Sue.
Local legend Sue. He
Holy
didn't pull up.
cow, man.
Slacking out here.
Don't
You getting
worry.
replaced.
Sue is the man, dude.
We'll
Sue
get
is
you
the
on.
man.
Oh damn.
But Ray, you skated Caldwell like a biker, like bikes it. Like you flowed over like into the big bowl and shit. Like it. You don't see people doing that like anymore. Like
You know, I think
how is that
if you guys
possible?
if you guys could have seen the generation before me, and I mean, I was brought up, I was pretty young and always hung out with people quite a bit older than I was, at least 5 years older, and it's kind of how my life's been. And those guys skated the skate park like that, it's that old school, like West Coast 90s park skating, like big wheels, flying, a lot of ollies, a lot of basic tricks, you know? And,
Yeah.
And the guys from Reading, I wish we're still around that you could see, or we still had footage of, man, they were sick. Just super gnarly. But it's funny, I've had conversations with bikers about that at the Reading Park.
Yeah,
and they're
you don't see
"Man,
that."
Yeah, that's cool. Like I got a line from you. A biker told me that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
rad.
Did you ever hit a go-go
Oh,
gap? The
yeah.
long ass.
He invented the go-go.
Yeah, they do it. They do it the opposite way though.
You went into the bowl?
Yeah, the bowl way. That way.
You went out of the bowl into the...
No. So like the crim hip. So if you start up at the top of the bank and wrap around, going, kind of hard to explain. But
yeah.
you know how they do it? They like they go into the big bowl and then launch out that way.
Yeah.
I went in that way, in towards the bowl.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
where the chasm's at. There's that little
Yeah.
knuckle that comes, super sketchy. So I did that one. But they can do the hip that I've tried forever and ever. I mean, for years I tried, like fly through the big bowl, wrap around, and instead of like using it like a Euro gap up, actually transferring out and over into that other pocket of transition, all the way up and over.
Like a front 180 into the bank wall? Or-
It would be. I was just trying straight frontside airs into
Okay,
it,
yeah, wow.
or indie grab it to stay in the air.
But it's
longer.
so tight right there.
Yeah, it shoots you straight
It's
up, and
fucked.
to get that distance, it's like it's impossible.
Shout out Izzy Zaval, the only other person to gap that.
Did he?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
No way.
Yeah. He either did the like lip stall kind of thing, or he 180. I can't remember, but he definitely gapped it.
Holy shit, that's
Wow.
awesome.
I'll have to
So-
find that.
We got
show
Nodis
you.
Coppice, we got me, and we got Izzy.
Fuck yeah.
Dude,
Not
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently Nodis Coppice was the first one to go and do that there at the Reading
Out
Park.
of the fucking
out of the
big
little,
bowl.
out of the little knuckle and
The knuckle.
and fly up there.
the knuckle, the moose.
Yeah, dude.
Shout out Moose Knuckles everywhere.
Shout
Moose
out
Knuckles.
Moose Knuckles. If you don't know what Moose Knuckle is, you are not old enough.
Shout out the Moose Knuckle at Caldwell.
Oh, I had a question actually for you. What was my question? Let me check my notes.
Shout out to you guys, dude, for holding down Caldwell Park. You know what I mean?
I got a question.
Oh.
So
Baby
that
Jake's got a question.
spot
I don't know
that
if you can hear him.
Right there behind the flower shop, you put a parking block on that fucking bank there, right? Has anybody else hit that spot?
Oh.
No, dude, that spot sucks, dude.
That was a biker
Hey,
spot with the
It's a
parking
full-
block on the top.
It is a full.
It's
it-
doable, dude. If you can go fast enough, behind, like
Yeah.
kind of right there by like King Richard's and shit. There's like that flower shop that sits like on the corner. If you go down the little
Mallory's
back,
Flowers,
if
yeah.
you go down
Harriet's
that back
Music.
road right there, there's a parking block in
Oh.
the middle of that.
He's asking about there's a crusty ass bank that's literally like gravel,
Hey,
and there's a quarter pipe
it's-
kind of
hey,
cemented
there's a
into
wheels on
that. You
sure.
you built that?
It was like a biker, and then
Bikers built it.
That was over by Tony Owen's house. So
Yeah.
at that
What I
time,
heard,
we
yeah,
were always rolling through there, and I can't remember the name of the guy, but he was another Caldwell a bike rider, and we were like working with him.
Was it
like-
Aaron Day?
No, it wasn't Aaron,
probably
but
like before Aaron Days.
no, it was one of Aaron's homies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, one of those guys. But we looked at that bank when it's it's super tall over here. When it gets shorter, there's a perfect bump that you would go over the fence to the sidewalk there, and we were gonna like bondo that all up and try to skate over that fence, and then right across the street, like 100 feet away, there's that gnarly bump at Mallory's Flowers
Okay.
that goes over a dirt gap into the street.
Oh.
And it's probably still there. I mean, they're trying to sell that building, and I don't think they did any like concrete work there or anything.
Okay. Have you done anything on that spot?
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
super gnarly.
Yeah. Cause I'm like, I
Thing
tried
sucks.
one day to like get up to that parking block, and I'm like,
Cobra. Huh?
Yeah.
hell,
I've
bro.
tried
Oh
it.
yeah, it's terrible.
I'm like, you gotta go so fast at this thing. I'm like,
I'm pretty sure my homie RJ hit it once. Like he just go,
what?
yeah, he just run up, go up it, and then he probably did like a stall on it.
Shout out RJ
Then came back
and
down.
Elmer.
Remember back in the day when wheels were like super small? You're just riding it to the core. And I don't know. That was the cool thing back then, though.
32 millimeter
Skate your wheels to the death, huh?
To the death. It was cool. Like, you didn't want big wheels back then, unless maybe you're like a vert skater. You know, you skated the park more. But you remember that thing where you had to, or you didn't have to, but you wanted to freeze your wheels because you thought it would make it last longer? Did you ever do that?
I've never heard of that.
I never heard of that. No.
Oh, me either.
Did it work?
I don't know.
I freeze my Levi's jeans so I don't have to wash them. You ever heard that one? That was crazy.
Oh, you didn't do that either?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, like, look at these things. Everybody's.
You're not supposed to wash jeans, is what I hear.
What do you mean that's
No,
fake?
I used to freeze my wheels, put it in the freezer because I heard it made it last longer. I don't know.
How long would you put them in for?
who told you that?
RJ.
Oh yeah.
Shout out RJ. What up?
Shout out RJ.
Did you
And
only
skate-
do it one time, or was it like consistent?
Every time.
Probably for like a couple years, dude.
So you would take your wheels
Same
off your
thing.
board all the time and just put them in the freezer?
Shout out Henry.
No, like if I had like a second spare,
Oh, okay.
Shout out Rocky Chali.
prepare for the next time, and then put those on there. I don't know why I thought that.
Mythbusters.
Yeah.
We got to myth bust that.
Yeah, wait, there's
You
some
can buy a new
weird.
pair of wheels and just keep them in the freezer for like 2 months before you open them.
Yeah,
You would? Oh shit.
probably. They've been in the deep freezer a couple times for a while.
Oh man.
Dude,
I'll
I
have
gotta
to give
let's
that
see
a
if I
try
can pull
one
this
day.
up. But you're talking about little tires, dude. I started following this on Facebook. It's,
Bro, I still have my.
big
first
pants, little tires.
Supplies were
Seen 'em?
scarce
Yeah.
back then. Like you had,
They call them bearing condoms.
yeah.
Those wheels.
Let me get in with this and just show some love to you guys for
What do you
holding
got?
it down, doing what you're doing.
Okay, what does this man got?
Just right off the bat, just let's start from the beginnings, the Caldwell beginnings.
Okay.
Y'all held it down. You're amazing. Talking local legends and all that stuff. Feels weird to me, but
I was on Anderson.
you guys holding it down for the skate scene in Reading now. And since we're young and doing what you're doing here, that's local legend shit. I mean,
Great.
you guys are all
Respect.
killing it. And
Yeah.
all amazing
Likewise.
skateboarders.
He's getting old. He's losing his mind. He don't know what he's talking about. He's fried.
It's crazy.
Shout out to Ray Lee.
First aneurysm down.
It just goes from generation to generation to generation. Like you said, there's really good skaters even before your time, and then after that, it was like Jack and Tyler, and then after Jack and Tyler, it was like who's after, like Johnny and Zach, and then all of them, and then now it's Coy, Tyler Fakey, T Fakes, aka Tyler Baugh.
He's holding it down in Oregon now.
And then he moved up to Oregon, but then now it's getting even younger. You're having like Aiden pulling up,
Jay.
Yaya,
Double take Jay.
Lil J, and it just keeps going.
Keeps going.
It just keeps.
Yeah. And
just-
they just keep getting better and better than the last
Especially with the
generation.
new park. There's like more like traction there now.
So how do you feel about the new skate park?
Oh,
You
man.
stoked on it?
Oh yeah.
20 years later.
Of course, I'm super stoked on it. I love it. I have a huge disconnect with it, but I absolutely love it. It's
Yeah. It actually has transition.
yeah, like real, yeah, and
Real.
coping.
Yeah, and
Crazy,
coping.
like this is
Okay, that's a line.
like real quick, just for me, doesn't matter where I'm at in that new section of that park, and I'm blown away. I'm just like
It's a trip for sure. Like
it's crazy. I feel like it's not for me. I like to watch people in there now, and the kids are getting to rip, and they're gonna grow up to be so gnarly because of it. But I feel that like all the energy and all the years of skating that original park,
Mm-hmm.
having that new section there now, I honestly have no urge to grind there, to find the nuances of the park,
Mm-hmm.
to, learn it properly. I know that it's out for blood too, so I'm careful of that. It's a brand new park, man. It's got to catch up
Really
to the old one for
smooth.
those broken bones, and those stitches.
Yeah.
It's asking for them. But it's amazing, really.
After all these years, it's great that we
finally
we worked so
2022 came through.
came through. It's been so many countless years with us whining and crying about, oh, we need a new
We need a ledge. We need a mani pad. Just give us anything.
Since the day that original park got built, it's been no joke grinding,
yeah.
trying, working
Give us a
stuff
quarter
out.
pipe.
We even started doing we started building our own ledges and manual pads and just adding things to the old skate park to make it like skatable, but
Took
they
like
didn't
9 people to lift up the bench.
Was
they didn't like
when
that.
the park started, like when they first built it, kind of, was the ground so shitty like it is now, or was it a little bit smoother?
Yeah, it was a little bit better.
A little bit better. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
but
I
it's
know
still
that
shitty.
whatever concrete cement they used,
big
the
things,
quality
dude.
sucks. Like it's just sandy.
Yeah, it's
I don't know what they use, but
Mob grip.
Yeah, it's like a weird.
Bullet, fool. Bullet when it's brand new.
Yeah, and like chunks are coming out of the stress cracks in it, and you can see weird stuff in there. Like there's this red thing. I don't know if you guys ever seen that weird red thing that's popping up out of the original Reading Park now, kind of by the Big Bowl. I don't know what the hell it is.
I don't
I
know.
have no idea. I stay away from the big bowl.
They cemented over all that shit. They didn't care what was in there.
Yeah, and a couple of the guys that were doing it were old, Reading Johnny Rads skateboarders. Old Davey Dye and all those guys were down there fucking around pouring concrete, and I'm sure throwing beer cans in there. And,
It's a replica of what, Santa Rosa skate park or
it's
something like that.
crazy. It's just like Santa Rosa.
I figured that out a few years ago, and it's that looks smoother. That looks like it's made out of normal shit.
It's the same design and everything.
Like
If you had
90%, like
an aerial view of both.
like 90% the same design.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna try to
Yeah,
look
the
that
way
up.
out.
But
yeah.
Santa Rosa is sick.
It looks way better. Like just you could actually go over this shit because smooth, not
Yeah.
like
The snake running stuff is all like this tall, but sharper, and it's just like
I never been there, but
fully graffitied up, painted, so it's slick, so you could just blunt slide the shit out of everything, and
oh, that's sick.
it's rad.
Yeah.
Instead of a weird curved rail, it's a parking block that's like all janky.
Wow.
It's like 12 feet long.
I got another question for you. What pro skaters did you look up to growing up?
Oh, dude, so many.
Who did you grow up watching?
So right off the bat of how I was telling you, like the first skate videos I saw were like old pal videos, like vert stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like Public Domain was the first video I saw. After that, it was Consolidated Kings of Promotion, which is a really awesome video from the 90s. And then Element had a video called Fine Artists, and that's when Element was East Coast. So I had a weird upbringing in skateboarding of watching Scott Bourne and Ryan Johnson and Alan Peterson on the West Coast, like just being super gnarly and tons of handrails and stairs and skate parks. But then the next video I would put in was Stevie Williams when he was like 12, and like Billy Pepper and Andy Scott, and like this East Coast influence where it was technical skating, ledge skating, hip hop music, and like old Zoo York videos and stuff. So I was,
You watched it all.
yeah, I was. To be honest with you, still to this day, I'm more influenced by like pros out of the East Coast.
Yeah.
Big time.
I guess it's a different time back then too, because you can't look up these videos on YouTube. You had to wait till like somebody had the DVD in town or something, right?
VHS tape for sure.
VHS tape.
Oh
like,
yeah.
You like went to the homies, you're like, yo, let me record over my old VHS tape.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a weird time. Because now we can just look up anything on YouTube and you can just watch whatever you want.
Shit, you can look at those videos I just told you about. They're on there.
We can find
I
those
watch
too
them all
now.
the time, dude.
Oh
I
yeah,
rewatch all the old videos.
it's like 140p or something.
Man, it's pretty choppy.
Cable would just fucking light up.
Yeah, I couldn't even like, man, if I had to throw out like names of pro skateboarders, that's super gnarly, dude. I couldn't even do it, dude. There's too many.
Too many.
There's honestly just too many big names,
Yeah.
but there's so many the unknowns,
So you're more about the Hesh skater than like the Steezy skater. Like
I can't say that, dude, because to be
There's
quite
too many
honest,
styles.
with you, I'm like I said, my inspiration and what I was influenced the most by was East Coast Zoo York skating, and that was
That's Steez.
that
bro.
was all
That's
Steez.
finest.
That was hip hop music, and that was just.
Was it just the way they
So,
dressed too? And like
you could
just
look
their
up Anthony Correa,
Anthony
Zoo
Correa.
York skateboards, and that's, to be honest with you, that's where it's at.
I'm gonna be honest with you right now.
I don't know who it is.
90% of those names you mentioned, I had no idea.
But then you even talk about like the weird aspect of thing of how somebody like my age would say that, like, were you influenced by Chad Muska? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
The boombox.
Muska was the gnarly one.
It's one
But
that
then
I
Hesh, you're talking gnarly park skaters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's
Was it Chad Muska that tried the leap of faith? No, Jamie Thomas.
Jamie for sure.
Dude, Jamie Thomas has to be one of the
That's
gnarliest.
gnarly. Yeah.
ever in
Did you see that
skateboarding.
one kid that did the what is it,
Miami?
Florida leap of faith?
Yeah.
It's like 2 inches
Saw
taller, 3 inches taller. They measured it and shit.
What?
And he landed it.
He landed
Did he
it?
grab
Yeah.
it or no?
No,
Wow.
he didn't
Yeah,
grab.
that's
He
big.
straight ollied it, and it's like 14 or 14 and a half
That's
feet.
crazy.
But what about Jaws, dude? You guys ever been to Clipper in
Yeah,
Frisco?
Jaws.
I haven't, but
Shout
they
out to
have.
Jaws.
So he
Kickflip backside
kickflip
grab.
backside grab down all of it.
Over. Yeah.
Where'd he go to
I mean,
Clipper?
like, people
We
are
went to the
talking about
top
leap of
also.
faith. I'm like, let's
I
talk
went
about
there.
Jaws, dude.
That
That
dude's
guy's
done some gnarly stuff.
so
Oh,
gnarly.
El Toro.
That 25 stair that he ollied though.
Oh, in France. The Lion.
That's all I gotta say right
I
now.
think
Yeah.
Jaws said his limit was like 16 feet. Anything above that or something.
Who tried
It was
before
fucked.
him,
Well, he's
though?
sponsored
Ollie
by
Bilala?
medication. Bayer.
Ollie Bilala tried that 25 step before, right?
Totally
Before, yeah.
exploded.
Uh huh.
Man,
Has he bike-
Aurelian Gerard went back. I think he did it, but I know he exploded too.
Yeah.
That dude's gnarly.
I just
bro.
watched a bike rider and a scooter kid
Explode.
try it,
I was seeing
and
the scooter kid. He's
same
like,
thing.
Explode.
Explode, dude.
that's
Just a
the-
bike
So-
exploding, that is crazy.
Fucking
That's
hectic,
Jaws.
dude.
I mean, I don't know. Is he the only person to do it?
Jaws,
Jaws,
he
yeah.
kind of, his board broke, but yeah, I guess he landed it. Huh?
And
Oh,
he
he
rode
did it.
away,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He rode
He went
away,
back.
right?
For
That's
sure.
all
He
that
rode
matters.
away.
Because when he split, he like tore his knee or
Oh, so
something.
he's got to be the only one.
Yeah.
But he went back
Hey,
and did
shout
it
out to
though.
Jaws.
That's
Um,
Man, I'd be where you were at. I'd fly into some pow, dude.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm finding the powder, dude. I'm good.
Man.
Anything is to
fall
it.
too deep though, you could like suffocate.
Was there any type of skating that you didn't like? Like, were you ever into like the? I guess you love bonelesses. What about like?
I was definitely not a boneless guy.
Yeah,
How
bonelesses.
boneless to disaster.
No
though?
comply.
Shit. Never had a good no comply.
Life.
What about Todd Falcon?
Shout out Todd Falcon.
That guy's a
The
beast.
Falcon.
I know
You
that
can't
name.
deny.
That video we watched the other day at Jake's.
Yeah,
I know the name. What?
He skates a mini
And he
ramp in
might
his
be one of
garage
the
and just
best
invents tricks.
Freestyle skateboarders I've ever seen.
Is he
He's
the guy that did
crazy.
the backflip manual?
No,
No,
not
No,
that
no,
guy.
no,
Oh,
that's
shit.
crazy.
That
Yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah, stuff like that. I'm not really into, but it's amazing.
Now this dude was doing like 3 flip, like big flip to primo,
Back into
and
He-
then like you go back into the transition.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy.
So
In his
he's
garage.
pro for his own board company, right? That
I
guy.
have no idea.
I do know what you're talking about.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
could. Yeah.
Falcon.
He could have his own. He's
He's
his own
pretty
brand. Like
good.
nobody else does it like him.
Totally. No,
And
I'm,
how long ago was that? Like 10, 11 years ago?
Like 12 or more. Yeah.
See, that
I'm
was,
into that.
That was crazy. I've never seen that before.
I'm just not into the hijinks of, people got to make skateboarding something that it's not with, like, Simon Woodstock ripped. Like, this guy was a pro skater, super good, but then he'd, like, throw on clown shoes and, like, wear a full clown costume and set up a crazy-ass skateboard and do kickflip to fakies on quarter pipes and shit and make videos out of it.
Yeah, just basic shit, but
Yeah, it was...
It's like a gimmick.
the start-
Gimmick,
yeah,
yeah.
it's a total gimmick. I'm not into that.
You know what I'm not into?
What about Man Ramp?
Slappies.
Man ramps the shit.
shout out Manram. He's a fucking
All I'm saying is you
OG.
better ollie into that shit. Doing no slappies around here.
No slappies?
Hell no.
Baby Jake's hitting on slappies.
Hey, if you think if you do a
Slappies are
blunt
fucking
slappy
sick.
on something, it better be like a kickflip in or something. Or
That is not a slap.
That's
Yeah.
exactly my point. You better ollie into that bitch.
Slappies are dope. You just don't know how to do them.
Nah, man, no slappies around here. Ollie.
Shout out Slappies.
Nah,
Yeah.
bruh. No.
And fuck those Heelys.
Hey, fuck Heelys.
I'd rather Healy
Oh.
into the slappy than on the skateboard.
I'm already getting requests for like slappy trucks. Or what's up?
What
dude?
is
You got
that?
Slappies?
No.
I think they're slappies.
Yeah,
Right.
the new truck brand.
No
Yeah.
slappy truck.
Oh.
Who started that? I
Hey, if
forget.
that's the case, get some
All right, I
slappy.
just heard about it, but
Guy was
Oh, God.
so it's like what's his name from like Tumyeto and
yeah.
Nike.
Oh yeah, Mike Sinclair.
Mike Sinclair, yeah.
Shout it. I haven't even seen the trucks, but I heard about it.
For real.
Yeah, the trucks look pretty good.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think this is like nitpick and everything, but I think the slappies written across it looks kind of whack. But
Oh, I haven't even seen them. Yeah.
the truck looks good. Put it in
Nice.
black and white. You know, they did a little cover shoot.
Oh.
Looked okay.
Whack.
Is it out of
Whack.
Tomato?
Yeah, whack.
Whack.
We're not with the slappies.
Those Z rollers, dude. Try to bring those back.
I've
Yep.
never seen those.
Old school.
Yeah, I've never even heard of those.
I've seen them. The
They have like the wings on them.
no the where you grind like where you 50-50, it's a metal thing that spins instead of a
Oh.
thing you grind on. And you could literally like grind on a curb without wax, like because you'll
'Cause it
just
just rolls.
it's like a wheel,
Uh huh.
but it's metal, like where the truck things are.
It works like once.
Oh,
And then
Like
the
where the
next-
axle.
and then next
Okay.
time you're fucked, bro.
Yeah,
You're
right
going
there.
full
Yeah,
speed.
Coy has a picture, but
Yes, dude.
show the camera.
I've never seen those.
Those
looks-
actually look pretty good.
That looks like a toilet paper roll, dude.
Shout out toilet paper roll trucks.
That's crazy.
Seen way worse ones, dude.
It's like a bearing. It's like
Those are crazy, yeah.
we
Just kidding.
we're gonna end it right here.
Yeah, no slappies.
Thanks.
Do you want to
Thanks for watching the video.
say anything, Ray, before we shut it down?
No, man. Thanks for joining the podcast.
Yep.
I mean, if you're a skater, keep on skating. If you just came to watch your homies and you
Go
don't
to
know
Concrete
who the fuck
Lodge.
I am, then thanks for watching your homies. And dude, sick.
Sick.
Do it. All right, guys. Follow Concrete Lodge on Instagram if you want to see clips of all their skaters. Everybody in town is
Or
going
just slide
there.
through.
Or slide through the park.
You should just come through.
All you gotta do, come say hi to Ray. Pay the entry fee $5, and that $5 will put money into
Skateboarders' pockets.
and developing the indoor skate park. And it only gets better from here, guys. Thanks for watching another episode of the Munch Gang, and we'll see you guys next time.
Play that
Peace.
Much
outro.
love. Thanks, guys.
There it is.
Johnny Rads!